Hey there, this is AP Bio Class 2K14 coming at you with issue 14. We want you to all vote to prevent runoff pollution.
So you might be wondering, what is runoff? Well, runoff is where water, liquid substances, or other states of matter drain or flow away from the surface of an area of land or a building structure. Runoff can be a result of natural liquids found in the environment, such as rain. Runoff can also be a result of human causes and contribute to pollution within water biospheres. Human causes could be things such as fertilizers in yards.
So there are many examples of runoff. A modern example of runoff today is the pollution affecting the watersheds in Toledo, such as Lake Erie and the Maumee River. The pollutants were caused by phosphorus runoff through the sewage systems, and we know that a high concentration of phosphorus, or even nitrates, contributes to toxins to accumulate in the watersheds.
So here's some more about Toledo. Phosphorus runoffs came from the Maumee River that was being polluted by fertilizers in sewage systems on farms next to the river. The runoff in the Maumee River eventually drained into Lake Erie, affecting the ecosystem within the lake. When the ecosystem was affected, it caused an algal bloom, which made drinking water harmful for many people in the Toledo area.
So you may be wondering, what is algal bloom? Well, it is the proliferation of populations of algae into aquatic systems. Algal bloom is a result of high proportions of either nitrates or phosphates. Here's the thing. Nitrates and phosphates accumulate due to pollution caused by fertilizers and cleaning products. Washing your car? Yeah, that might go into storm drains and pollute our streams.
Here are some effects of algal bloom. Since fish use oxygen for energy, the excessive amount of algae in bodies of water causes an overproduction of oxygen. This interaction affects the homeostasis in fish, causing mass amounts to die. So this is pretty much like fish being out of water. There's too much oxygen for them to live. Algal blooms create toxins affecting freshwater supplies. This causes drinking water to be poisonous to humans.
So we went to Darby Creek and we researched microinvertebrates. There are 3 different communities of microinvertebrates, each of which are diverse and specifically categorized to their respective group. Here's the thing, there's 3 types. Group 1 taxa are pollutant intolerant. Group 2 taxa are moderately tolerant, and Group 3 taxa are pollutant tolerant.
Okay, so the groups portray the concentration of pollution in the creek systems. When the stream quality was assessed, it had a score of excellent because it had an index score of 24. Most of the taxa came from Group 1, or the pollution intolerant, meaning that these macroinvertebrates cannot tolerate or live in the water. Since all groups were present, there is said to be much biodiversity in the Darby Creek. And Group 1 accounts for the most points because these macroinvertebrates will not survive in polluted waters. In other words, the Darby Creek is considered a polluted-free environment due to thriving Group 1 species. So, we looked at how macroinvertebrates can be used to determine the quality of the water. But here's the thing. We can also quantitatively assess the values of phosphates, nitrates, and pH levels to determine the quality of the water. So the value of the nitrates upon testing the Darby Creek was 0.88, and any values less than or equal to 10 are said to have little to no pollution. The value of phosphates upon testing the Darby Creek was 0.2, and any values of 0.2 or smaller are said to have little to no pollution. And finally, the pH value of the Darby Creek was 8.0. A pH value of 7.0 is said to be neutral, and even though 8.0 is close to 7.0, we can still conclude that the quality of the stream is excellent.
Now you may be wondering, how can it harm me? Well, toxic algae can cause problems including rashes, stomach or liver illnesses, neurological effects, or respiratory problems.
Ebola.
Disinfectants for water and toxic algae can cause the chances of cancer to increase by patients who have drinking the water. A high concentration of nitrates or phosphates in drinking water can cause blue skin in infants, where the pigmentation actually turns blue.
Smurfs.
The frick?
So, you may be wondering what you can do to help. You can drive a dirty car. By driving a dirty car, you're not washing your car constantly, which causes cleaning chemicals to run into storm drains. You can be aware and share. You can also eliminate straight pipes. Straight pipes are rather nasty things. They are pipes from sinks, toilets, and other water-using things that lead directly to bodies of water, which is rather gross. So we don't need those. You can also use less lawn fertilizer. By doing that, you're not polluting your yard. Don't dump down storm drains. That's just gross, and who wants to see that? And finally, be friendly to the environment and clean up like Amanda is.
So these are our sources, accompanied by our wonderful picture of a sugar glider. And here are some pictures from the trip.
Kelly Days Bay. And since this video took us 20 minutes to upload, I decided to put my creeper picture of the volunteer at the Living Creek in here to set the mood that we were feeling as we did this.
I'm not a baby. I am not a baby. Put it on my ears. Put it. Freaking do it. You're gonna like die. You can't do it. Stop doing it. Do it. I don't want to do it.
Oh, if you close it, so I don't know the password.
Give me, I need my right hand. 0156. 0516.
Yeah. Oh, is that the password for all of them?
Yeah.
Alright, this is AP Bio Group 2K14 signing off. See you next time. Swiggity swooty, coming for that booty.